What is up everyone? In this video we are comparing the Brooks Glycerin 19 against the Asics Glideride number 2. What's up everyone? How are we doing? Let me know in the comments and tell me, do you have either of these? If you do, give them a score out of 10. Let me know in the comments. Or maybe you have the first version of one of these. First version, if you've got the first version of the Brooks Glycerin series, you're probably about 150 years old. So let me know if you have the 18 or 17 is what I was going on about, or version 1 of the Glideride. I should really script these videos. Okay, so let's do stats and features of both the shoes. Let's get that out of the way. Hopefully you've seen the videos of both of these, by the way. And I've done a couple of videos of the Glideride as well now. We'll start with the Glideride 2 because we all know how much I love it. I'm obsessed with it in a way. I don't know if I'm obsessed with this one as much as the first one, but time will tell. Let's do some weights because I've got Mrs. FORDY scales down here. They made it up from the kitchen. I hope she's not planning on doing any baking anytime soon. Right, so we're going to turn them on. What should we do first? Glideride 2. So Glideride 2, 9.5 UK, 11.3 ounces. And the Brooks is UK 9.5, 11.15. So the same, right? So grams, for everybody who does grams, hang on, hold tight. So grams, 315, so they're both, let's say 315 grams. What else? Pricing, interesting. Glycerin 2, Glideride 2 is £140 from memory. Where the Brooks is about the same, I think. Let me check on my phone. Again, I should have done this before we did the video. Yeah, £140, so they're equally priced, equally weighted. In terms of drop, let's check the drops on them. We've got a 9mm drop on the Glycerin, and we've got I think it was a 5mm drop on the Glideride 2. And talking about the Glideride 2, we've got Flight Foam and Flight Foam Propel. We've got the Guide Sole Technology Engineered Mesh Upper, AHA Plus outsole. We've got Brooks, we've got the DNA Loft, which is a slightly softer material than the previous Glycerins. We've got a very durable rubber outsole, new engineered mesh upper. What else do we need to know? That's it, I think. Both the shoes, I think I've not missed anything out. In terms of fit, both fit true to size. You know, the Asics and Brooks, they make the best shoes in terms of fit. I think both the manufacturers do an awesome job. You know, if you order a 9.5, you're going to get a 9.5. Both very wide. Had no issues in terms of width in either of these shoes. They fit me very, very well. I would say that this has definitely got more grip on the outsole. There's nothing wrong with this, but this has definitely got more grip. Okay, right. In terms of feel, let's start with the Glideride. So the Glideride is a firmer ride than the Brooks Glycerin 19, but the rocker feeling of the shoe, which takes a little bit of getting used to, there's no line there with the higher stack and all that, I prefer the feel of the Glideride 2. The Glycerin 19 just feels like a much more traditional shoe. There's nothing wrong with that, but it just feels a little bit, yeah, like you don't notice the difference if you're running in a normal shoe. If you was to go from the Glycerin to the Glideride, you'd really notice the difference. But I really prefer the feeling of the Glideride in terms of that rocker and the heel to toe transition. I just like it. It just suits me. It just works. But there is nothing wrong with this shoe. Both fit well in that sort of long run shoe arena. Both fitting well with that sort of recovery run arena as well, but I would point you more towards the Brooks for if you're looking for more of a recovery run shoe. I think you know, an easy pace shoe, this is probably where to go. I think this shoe is more about if you're marathon training, half marathon training, and you're looking to get miles on board. I think this is where it excels more than the Brooks. The Brooks is nothing wrong with it. It can do all that very well, but I just think the Glideride does it that little bit better. And the other thing with the Glideride, if you're a slightly bigger person, I think the Glideride works a little bit better than the Brooks because of the technology in it. And I've had that feedback. It's not from me, that's from other runners that I know that really dig the Glideride 2. So yeah, in that terms, if you're slightly bigger, I'd point you out for the Glideride 2. But there's nothing wrong with the Brooks, but it's, you know, you start getting into bigger shoe sizes, that sort of thing. This does start to probably, I'm guessing, look like a pair of like, well, probably like a boat on your foot, whereas where the Glideride probably doesn't. So, you know, it's quite a big looking shoe, I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So the Glycerin 19 does everything that you want, right? From a long run, easy pace shoe. It does easy very, very well. But out of the two, I mean, you're going to say no surprise for you, but I would definitely point you towards the Glideride 2. I just think with the rocker sensation, the rocker feel, the guide talk technology, everything that's going on with the Asics, it's definitely the better out of the two. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the Brooks. You know, both of these shoes weigh the same, cost the same, all that sort of stuff. But I just think you would get better ride out of the Glideride 2.